Roger John Madden, Asheville, North Carolina. I'm sitting outside of A Hope Homeless Center. It's the day center. They're open from 8 to 1 pretty much every day now. And they help people with housing. And every morning they have food and coffee, and they have lots of programs. They're a program of Homeward Bound, which is great to help people. It's usually a year or two process, but they will get you into a nice apartment and cover the cost of it. And my friend John was a beneficiary of that a few years ago. So it's Monday morning, the 17th, the first day of bell ringing. I'm staying at the Salvation Army shelter back up the hill. You do a right out here, that's Ann Street out there by the red car. And it's a half a block back up, and that's where I'm staying for about 3 weeks now. And I could stay there a long time. People stay there a year or two. But my target is a month or two and get some money together and get out in an apartment. I had one of the most interesting sets of dreams I've ever had was as a young man, really young, probably my 20s. I was a hiker and loved the out of doors already, and I had a series of dreams where I would go into a wilderness area and explore it every night. And the next night when I would go back and I would remember where I had been and explore some more. It was amazing how it worked. And very satisfying and fun. I looked forward to it a lot. Well, I've been in wilderness and all kinds of national parks and national forests, and in the last 5 years I've been in the country a lot and explored stuff. Explored the mountains north of here pretty extensively. At one point 5 years ago I used to say that in terms of knowing lots of places north of Asheville in western North Carolina and over into Tennessee, me and my camper van knew a lot. Now I don't have a vehicle, and my exploration is all downtown Asheville, pretty much. I haven't even been up on the Blue Ridge Mountains without a vehicle. I have a new friend who I'm hoping will get me out there. But it's a lot like that dream, because Asheville's a very special town, so hilly, so scenic, so interesting, so many amazing shops, amazing restaurants, most of which I can't afford most of the time. And every day I venture forth. I try never to stay at the shelter all day. They don't require you to leave like the rescue mission. The infamous rescue mission is beyond the Firestone. The Firestone is the beige building over there. And just beyond it is the rescue mission, which is the antithesis of the Salvation Army. It's all rules and pretty ferocious, and it's hard to find a homeless person who will say anything good about that place. And hard to find one that will say anything bad about Salvation Army. There are some who will. There's a guy leaving now who's pretty unhappy with I still don't know the circumstances under which he's being asked to leave, but he's pretty mad. So there will be some, always, but it's overall a very positive place. And I was saying to one of my friends there this morning that obviously there's lots of aspects of shelter life that none of us like. You don't get the kind of privacy. You're sleeping in a dorm. But I'm here to tell you that my last year in Asheville back in 2019, before I woke up in June, was horrendous. I was in the Battery Park apartments, which are straight that way. You can't see them from here. Pretty nice apartments, all nicely fixed up. National Church residences, HUD subsidized, cheap rent. But I was warehouse there for the winter because I was making too much money at my cashier job at Earth Fair and had to give it up in order to be able to stay there. And I didn't like it there. I had been in various housing situations where I could just go out the door, me and my dog, or in the cold weather, just let my dog out the door and she'd take care of herself, Pancho. So I didn't like I really spent a lot of time just depressed, just nothing to do, empty. My life was empty. So shelter life, you have people there, and the Salvation Army has people long-term, and some sharp people, some crazy people, some people are painfully isolated, just won't share at all. But I'm making some friends, some pretty good friends, actually. And I said to one of them this morning, you know, it's not what I want long term. I do look forward to getting out of here, but I'm an extrovert, and traveling in a camper van, it was mostly just me and my dog, and then temporary friends we would make wherever we went. I like it that there's people here to talk to. Yeah. And I have this fabulous town to explore. Beyond the Firestone and the rescue mission, you can see the mural, the blue wall is that, and that big building with the brick and the blue, and there's a mural there. That's all rescue mission. Beyond it is the Haywood Church, the Haywood Street community that supports people, homeless people, a lot. And maybe you can see this van here, this SUV with the orange stripe. Can you see the orange stripe there?
Yo.
They're not talking to me. It is a program of the EMS, the Emergency Medical Services of Buncombe County. And my friends, Caroline, I used to work with her at Green Life a long time ago, and David, her partner, are EMTs. And it's a 911, to get away from 911 calls to be just cops, which can be disastrous. They are really sharp. They know the homeless community. They come here and offer services here. And they have given me several rides to the hospital and other places. And they're great people. And they're not going to answer a 911 call and immediately put a distressed person in handcuffs. And no, that's not how they operate at all. They're wonderful. And down that way is downtown Asheville. I'm getting to explore all that down there. I've got a couple of coffee shops I love down there. High Five shows up in lots of my videos, and great people from there. And I'm lightly recruiting people for my mentorship program, getting to know them, telling them it's coming, there will be more marketing materials, sending them little videos along the way, and just chatting with them, because there are so many stunning people in Asheville. So that's part of getting to know this area, my little day-to-day exploration, having been here since May 3rd. Came back from Mexico. But the first 4 months I was in hospitals and rehab centers, and it's only lately that I'm really out exploring. So tonight I have a speech crafters Toastmasters group that I've gone to probably 5 or 6 times, and I love it. I've done a lot of Toastmasters over the course of my life. I've won major awards in the big 1,600-person Toastmasters in Chicago. Much smaller here. There's about 2 other Toastmasters meetings, and everybody says, those other meetings have very good speakers, but this is the fun one. It's very casual, very supportive, very sweet. It's very sweet. I love it. And today I have my first bell ringing job from the Salvation Army, because this is the outfit that sets up the bells outside of and the kettles outside of Ingles stores, grocery stores, etc. And I'm going to be staffing that, and I've put together a 54-song playlist on my tiny little Bluetooth speaker. At the first of the month I'll get a better speaker. It runs until Christmas Eve. And I'm looking forward to that. It pays $15 an hour. It's going to help. I'll do about 16 hours a week. So I'm doing that today. And there's beautiful parks. Past the Salvation Army behind me, just across the highway, is the fabulous neighborhood of Montford, and I go over there a lot. Gorgeous parks over there. It's really the Garden District of Asheville. And over in there is ABCCM, where I get a lot of my clothes. It's a wonderful place that I'm thinking once I get housed to volunteer there. I'd like to volunteer there. And also over in that direction in Montford is the Visitor Center and the Chamber of Commerce. I started talking with the Visitor Center yesterday about doing volunteering there, because I had when I lived in Asheville from 2004 to 2020. Yeah, it's exciting. It's exciting. It's not Mexico. I miss Mexico, obviously, every day. But this is where I am, you know. Back in my fraternity in Chicago with all those working class guys. There was some real wisdom, and one of the classic lines around the teak house was, yeah, wherever you go, there you are. And I see that popping up all over the place. But that was back in 1965, 66, 67. Yeah, wherever you go, there you are. Well, this is where I are, you know? Be here now. Huh. Yeah, I'm having fun. Mostly I'm not dying anymore, not sick. I like that a lot. I like that all my systems are functioning basically.